My name is Angel Wheeler. I am the Miss Black South Carolina USA State Director, and you are tuned in to Brilliant Views with Breylon BMan Jones.
We're going to talk about it on my show, Brilliant Views. Yeah.
What's going on? It's Breylon BMan Jones back again for another episode of Brilliant Views. Today I have a very special guest with me today, all right? This lady is magnificent. She has her own mentoring program. She's a graduate of the South Carolina State University, and she's also the Miss Black South Carolina USA, Miss Angel Wheeler.
Thank you for having me, Breylon. Thank you. You're awesome yourself. That was a pretty cool introduction.
Hey man, gotta make sure your intro is right. You know what I'm saying? Gotta let them know.
I
okay?
appreciate it.
Yes, but we're here for a whole nother moment right now. You have started your own pageant.
I have.
Okay.
So I haven't exactly started it myself. So here's the thing. Miss Black South Carolina, before me, there was not a director.
Okay.
And so what that means is a state director is somebody like your principal or somebody who's going to really take the reins on how your reign goes. So that means getting sponsorships, speaking engagements, fundraisers, finding, just taking that load off. So you as the contestant can just focus solely on bringing home that crown. And so that's what my duty as Miss Black South Carolina State Director is.
Oh, so you're direct. Oh,
Listen.
She's a director.
I am. And it's unique because I didn't have that. I'm still currently the reigning Miss Black South Carolina, but there was no director for me. So how I came into this position, it was through an interview process. So I inquired about it. The reigning Miss Black USA connected with me on Instagram and was like, "Yeah, you should represent South Carolina." I'm like, "Cool, what I got to do?"
Right.
And so that's when she told me you have to go through an interview process because your state doesn't have a director.
Okay.
And so it was a bit stressful being able to balance the pageant part of it as far as preparation and then also being that director because I had to find my own speaking engagements, find my own sponsors and things like that. So I'm here to take that load off of her, the two queens.
Well, that's amazing for you to do. Like, what? Well, I guess because of the struggles, or not struggles, but the hardships that you had to go through to be where you are.
Absolutely.
And so now, how does this work? Now, I don't know about pageants. I know that you have the little girl pageants, then you have the big pageants. So how would this work? How would somebody become a contestant? Okay. And how would we support that contestant as far as helping them along the way?
Okay. Well, to be eligible to compete, like I said, we're crowning two queens. So there will be a teen and a miss. So their titles for South Carolina will be Miss Black South Carolina Talented Teen or Miss Black South Carolina USA.
Now, what are those age groups? What's the ages?
The teen is 14 to 18. Okay. And Miss 19 to 27.
All right. Okay. That's
it's a wide range of group of young ladies. Right. But to apply, you have to contact me. I have my email on pretty much all forms of social media. I'll drop it down here too as well. But contact me to send you an information packet. Again, you have to be between the ages of 14 to 27. Never married, never had children. Just self-identify yourself as Black or part Black, African American, and be a resident or a full-time student in South Carolina. So that opens the door. So if you are a student in a college in South Carolina, but you don't necessarily live in South Carolina, you still can compete and represent the state of South Carolina. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I can represent South Carolina. No, I'm not.
You're not a female either.
That's
the number one thing. You have to be a female too. So there's that.
Definitely. So now, as you're in your role as director and principal, as you say, what would you have to do for them? Like, you have to set up interviews, tell them, hey, how to walk through the lunchroom, how y'all did it.
South Carolina State. So he's talking about, we had a modeling troupe called Verve at South Carolina State. And so we would do walks in the calves on Wednesdays, Fried Chicken Wednesday. It had to be a Wednesday because that's when the calf was really popping. Yes. So we would do walks through the calves. But no, I wouldn't make them do that.
Okay, I'm about to say now.
I wouldn't make them do that. What I would do is, again, set up interview, media things for them to do to be able to get their name out there, to get experience as far as talking, because your role as Miss Black USA or Miss Black Talented Teen USA, because that's the ultimate goal. We want South Carolina to take the full crown of Miss Black USA or Miss Black Talented Teen.
Yes, ma'am.
And so your job is to be able to talk to different groups of people, to be able to articulate yourself. And so getting practice with media appearances and things like that, that's going to help them be more comfortable on stage. So all of it is prep at the end of the day.
And it's building confidence, because I love talking to you because you're so confident and just so proper and you're doing it the right way. And it's cool to see people that you've grown with out here doing, flourishing and doing their thing, you know?
Listen, because I did not start out this way. I was so shy, so timid. But it's so much freedom in being this person and being confident in who you are, confident in knowing where you're going. So that's the thing. And the thing that pageants have actually taught me. Is that you have to be confident in yourself. It's okay to put yourself out there and do something that you've never done before. It's okay to mess up. My pastor said it's not a sin to fail. It's a sin that you don't even try at all. So that's my thing. You have to try. Fail 1, 2, 1,000,000 times, but keep trying because you're going to hit that mark.
Exactly. Keep trying, keep pushing, all that. Now, when do they need to, I guess, register by or contact you by? And then, like, how to, and so then wait, when do they need to register by? And how does that process go? After they register, they go to you and then they need to just see whatever. What's the date on that?
All right. So registration deadline where fees have to be turned in is March the 8th.
Okay.
And it is the entry fee for this pageant is $350, and that includes a hotel, lodging, food. It's a scholarship-based pageant.
Okay.
So part of that is there to pay for the scholarship that they win.
Right.
So yeah, $350 is no money at nationals. Without a director, I had to find the way to pay. I think between hotel and flight and registration, I think close to $2,000.
Okay.
So this is nothing
That's
at
a
all.
lot of money.
So the date is March 8th.
Okay.
The deadline is March 8th to have that funds $350 paid in full. But you do not have to pay that money out of your pocket.
Right. That can be sponsored, right?
It can be sponsored. That's the biggest thing. And see, here's another way that we're helping to prepare you because you want to go and be able to ask businesses that you support to, hey, come back and support me.
Right. You got my dollar, give me my dollar back.
Exactly. It is a win-win situation. And so the good thing about that is you're getting practice in speaking in front of people. You're getting practice in asking for donations or asking for sponsorships. You're getting practice in putting yourself out there. Again, it's all about putting yourself out there because when you're on that stage, you're going to have to answer that question on stage and you have all these eyes on you. But if you've gotten practice, it's going to be like a piece of cake.
Exactly.
Yeah. So March 8th is the deadline to pay, to have your entry fee paid in full.
Okay. And then, so let's say this. Let's say I'm a business owner or I'm just, I'm me. I'm Breylon BMan Jones. Whatever. Cool, right?
Businessman.
Businessman. But let's say I just want to sponsor you guys. I want to just send money wherever it's going to whoever it can help. How do I do that?
So listen, here's the thing. We want contestants more than anything. So if you want to sponsor a girl, you say, hey, I want to give this girl an opportunity to step outside of her comfort zone. I want to give her that experience. So you can fund her entry fee completely of $350 if you would like. Or we're also selling business ads so that that's given out during the pageant in the souvenir book. So different ads sizes cost different prices. It's from $75 to $150. I believe it is.
Okay. All right. So they can email you for that information as well. But so what? I guess. So from this pageant, of course, you want them to learn to be confident in themselves, hold themselves to a higher standard than they would normally do. But what can you elaborate more on what pageants have brought you to and how it's helped you along the way?
I would love to. So pageants, the number one thing, and you're going to hear me say this in all of my speeches, all of my talks, is that confidence is the number one thing that I've gained from pageantry because I had to, number one, look at myself in the mirror and just say, hey, what do I have to bring to the table? I don't think not many people have ever asked themselves, like, what do you bring to the table? I had a pageant or interview coach when I was competing for my very first pageant, and those are some of the questions she asked me. What do you bring to the table? What sets you apart? And it's not a question that would stump you normally, I would think, but it's because I've never thought about it. And so it made me look at myself and say, hey, who am I? Start dissecting what I'm good at, what can I improve on, and how I can benefit this organization, whatever organization it is. If it's a job, how can I benefit them? If it's a, I don't know, whatever it is, how can I benefit them? So pageants number one made me just look at myself and just really dissect myself and give myself pep talks or hard talks in the mirror, like, listen, sis, this is what you need to work on, or, you're good at this. Let's elevate that. Let's, focus in on that.
Right.
And so confidence in that and confidence in being able to articulate, to know about things that are going on in the world. As a kid, you may or may not be concerned about what goes on or what what's going on CNN.
Mm-hmm.
But when you realize that, hey, I'm affected, or somebody else I know may be affected by it, and I may be able to have that solution. So I need to at least be informed about it.
Exactly.
And so it's been able to, increase my confidence in who I am, increase my confidence in being able to articulate about ideas. One thing that I that I liked, I was in an Uber ride one day, and she and I were talking, the driver. And we were talking. I can't even remember now what the conversation was about particularly, but I know it had to do with something political.
Okay.
Now, normally if you brought that up, I'm just like, yeah,
that's man.
That's crazy. Look, that's crazy. That was my, remarks.
Okay.
But now I'm like, no, I actually think of it like this. This is, and there was a sense of empowerment that I'm able to, like, knowledge. Knowledge really is power.
Yes.
So I was able to articulate, and she's like, you know what? I never even thought of it like that. It's rare that you have young people that are even interested in that kind of stuff. And I'm like, you know what? That wasn't me even 6 months ago.
I got you.
So it opens a door to you to be able to explore more about yourself,
Right.
Be confident in who you are, and also modeling. It's opened some doors for me as far as modeling, because you get the practice. You meet different people, number one.
Okay.
So you're networking with all kinds of people in the industry, people that just can elevate you or, shift you to the next level. And so just being able to do that is what really pageants have done for me. And I am so proud that I was able to do that. And our friend Kyra was really one of the people, I don't know if she knows it still to this day, but one of the people that got me interested in it. I went to Miss USA to watch her compete at Miss USA, and when she took the crown. Yeah,
she's South Carolina State grad as well.
South Carolina State graduate.
Just had to put that in there, HBCUs.
Absolutely. We breed great people, okay?
Yes.
So seeing her, and I just felt relatable to her. And I'm like, I can do that. A lot of people said it before that I was able to, take ownership of it. But seeing her break doors and things like that,
All right, but you're opening doors as well with your own modeling troupe here in the upstate,
It is
like
only
you're inspiring
my right.
people.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
So that's the thing. Somebody opens doors for you, you do the same thing. So my modeling troupe is a plug, Angels Elite Model Troupe. We're a nonprofit organization, and we service, now I had 2 groups of young ladies. It was middle school to high school, and now we do 12 and under. So they're my Elite Squared. And my original group is Elite. So we're preparing now for our fashion show. They keep me on my toes for sure.
Okay, fashion show. We got to come back and talk about that.
We will.
Matter of fact, if you don't know the history of Brilliant Views, Angels Elite Modeling Troupe was actually the first ever interview I did episode. So I definitely thank her for that and them for that. And
no,
Angel,
thank you for that. My girls were like, we had a radio interview, we had a TV interview. Like, they didn't care what platform it was on, whether it was right or not.
Yes.
They loved it. Okay, they were like, catch us on Brilliant Views, catch us on Brilliant Views.
It was
so
cool.
Thank you for that, Braylon.
Man, thank you, and thank you for continuing to be a pillar. Okay, you're out here leading the culture. All right, keep it up.
Listen, it's for the culture. It's for the people.
Culture. It's all for the people. All right, now, how can they follow you? How can they follow you on social media, Facebook, reach out to you, email? We need all that. We need everything.
All right, my personal social media on Instagram is angel_of_your_dream. Of OF and yours, you are dream, or Miss Black South Carolina USA. Either way, you can find me. That's probably the easiest. Miss Black South Carolina USA on all platforms of social media.
Okay. And you guys make sure you reach out to Angel. Make sure you get those young ladies out there. Help them build their confidence. Help them build their self. And, help them get to that next step in life. Because I can tell you, too, confidence is definitely something needed in any aspect of life. But definitely as a female. I'm not a female, but all the females around me have
confident females.
Oh, yes.
So, yeah.
A very confident female. Look at her behind the camera dancing. Man, y'all make sure y'all go follow Angel. And y'all stay tuned to Brilliant Views. This has been another episode. We'll see you next time. Peace.
We're going to talk about it on my show, Brilliant Views. Yeah. Breylon BMan Jones. You know who it is. Let's go.
I might pull up on you.